I'm Maddie.
And I'm Martha.
And this is Maddie and Martha Break It Down. Martha, question for you. Why do companies need to set reduction goals? And what are some best practices to get started?
Oh, this is such an important question. I don't think most companies know, but there's two reasons why you have to set reduction goals. One is you gotta, regulations in many places like the EU require reduction goals. You have to set them for not only next year, but 2030, 2045, and so on. The next reason is your customers make you do it because customers like EY, like Microsoft, like Amazon are telling their supply chain, if you vendor don't have a reduction goal, you're not going to qualify to be our vendor in 2025. So for both of those reasons, reduction goals are really important these days, and tracking to reductions is important. Now, the next part of your question was how do companies do it? And that's tough. So one way to think about it is that every company has levers of reduction, what lever to pull. So you have basically three types. You can make your buildings better. There's lots of levers within a building, like better thermostats, better lighting, more insulation, and of course, green energy, like get solar. And then there's levers in your production processes, like don't use so much fuel, redesign the process. And finally, there's levers in your supply chain, like switch from one to the other because they have less carbon in their product. So you have to go back down into real nitty gritty stuff to figure out where the levers are. And then you'll get 40% reduction by pulling a gazillion small levers.
So do you have an example of who's doing this well and maybe who's not doing it so well?
Yes, two really come to mind. One is BASF, chemical company. They've gotten all their suppliers to start conforming. I mean, not all, but a huge majority to start conforming on how they have a reduction plan and they're tracking to it. So they've got information flowing up and down the chemical supply chain. So that's working, I would say, as a start, and it will get better over time. It's a good framework. But then another one is Amazon, which just this week got slapped on the wrist by the science-based targets folks who said, your reduction plan is not credible and it's not moving fast enough. We are DQing you from acceptance to our goals. This has huge implications because Amazon's one of the biggest funds in a mutual fund that's centered around ESG themes. So as a holding, it may have to be divested from that, which will lead to a stock price decline.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Martha.
Have fun.